Welcome to another episode of Journey from Infertility to Me. It's your girl, Lindsay. First of all, don't chew me out. I know it's been a while, and I had to pop on to talk. It's been since February. I charge it to my head, not to my heart. It's July. A lot of things has happened since February. Not in a bad way, but I turned 35, so we have crossed the threshold that now we are closer to 40, and it's ghetto to even think about. Anyway, turned 35. We've gone through Mother's Day, we've gone through Father's Day, made it to the end of the school year with the babies. It's summertime. Life has been lifing, and I have just been going through the motions and dealing with it, and no complaints, but a lot of observations. And I say it's not a complaint versus an observation because I'm growing through a lot of this. I'm not going through, I am growing through a lot. And it has been a very beautiful, scary experience. So just to even go touch point, let's just go month to month right now. So again, 35 came and went. Had an experience to the point that I'm like, I have to change a lot of my habits. I went to the doctor, had the realization that, hey, you need to get your health in order. Just because I've had some issues, nothing drastic. I mean, nothing crazy, but it was just like, now you need to kind of get a handle on your health, because we are literally at a point to where we're doing damage control, doing some preventive measures to ensure my quality of life, right? So needing to lose weight, change my eating habits, just mental health wise, there's more that I need to focus on, and that started. Literally the following week, I took my kids on their first trip to Disney. So we went to Epcot. They enjoyed the experience. It was beautiful. A lot wrangling two little girls in a park full of people, park full of hot, and a lot of standing, waiting in line, things like that. So that was an experience. Definitely enjoyed it. Took my best friend, took me with the kids, her mom. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Got through the end of the school year, and now we are at year number 2 of this going on. And that now my kids are, they're back with their dad for the summer. So mama been living her best life, doing things, doing the things that she want to do, but in a different capacity this year because we're not grieving. I'll scoot back. Mother's Day came and went. Mama had her own personal vacation. Mama was back literally on Mother's Day to be present for her babies. And again, the school year ended. The kids are gone. So now we're in June. June has come. Father's Day was a lot for me. Only because this was a coherent one. So again, Mama been living her best life. Mama not been worried about things. Mommy's got Mommy doesn't have the kids. I get my kids every other weekend. And again, this has been a transition this year because last year, I really don't remember the summer. And that's just me being honest. Like after sitting, now I remember only just being in my house, crying all day, every day, spent the time drinking, and just processing. Well, I don't even want to say I was processing anything because I was in a stupor and in a state of grief the whole summertime. So now this year has come around, and now I'm sitting with I'm going out, I'm doing things, I'm spending time with my friends and being present and going out of town and just doing things that I want to do. I've gone to Universal. I've been to Universal twice, this year. I've been to Epcot once with the kids. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. I've been traveling and just trying to live my life, because the one thing that my dad instilled in me is to live your life. Live your life. And that's what I've been doing. I've been living my life. And Father's Day came around. I had my kids' Father's Day weekend, and I literally had a moment of what the fuck. Just gonna be very clear and say that because I got in my feelings about my children's father. Father's Day weekend, he decided that he was going on a trip, and I kept my children for that weekend, but my mind was, why would you skip one day that possibly may mean a lot to your children? And I had to sit with myself about it because I was so frustrated. I was so mad even leading up to that, because when it comes to co-parenting with my ex, I literally have to take stuff with a grain of salt. And I'm still having to learn that, because a lot of things that he does, the decisions that he makes, is frustrating. And I literally went on a rant about this, and I was just so pissed off, because after what happened to my dad was literally here today, gone tomorrow. And I don't want my children to ever feel the way that I feel, even as an adult. And I know I can't shield them from that, just because I want them to have every opportunity that they can with their father, to the extent that he wants to be there. So my first brain was, you raggedy piece of something. Why would you skip on a day? And why would you skip Father's Day of all the days to celebrate you? Is like, even though you have them for the summer, you have them full time pretty much for the summertime. And this is just one day. Why would you skip that one day? And that's just for me, because I'm still in my feelings about my dad, and I had to take that back, because of course, for Mother's Day, I took a trip. For Mother's Day. I was only gone for 24 hours, maybe a little more, but I was back on Mother's Day by 8:00 in the morning, just so I could be with my kids for my day. And I keep saying to myself, like, why can't he take that consideration when it pertains to our children? And I had to, like I said, I had to walk it back, because I have to understand, not even just with him, with anybody, that you're not me. And I don't handle you that way. When it comes to things, I over communicate. I don't hold back anymore when it comes to things, except this relationship. Any other relationship, can have at it. But when it comes to that relationship with the co-parent, I have to be careful and tread water lightly, because I know the damage that can be done. And I don't want my kids to suffer on the back end because of the things that I say or the things that I do. So I only do things that are in my control. And I literally cannot thank my therapist enough for me learning about the locus of control when it comes to me and it comes to other people, because literally it's two circles and a circle within a circle. I can control only my words, my actions, my behavior, my attitudes, my effort, my body language, my decisions, my ideas, reactions, feelings, thoughts. And then outside of that circle, all the things that I can't control. I can't control other people's thoughts, other people's ideas, behaviors, reactions, body languages, mistakes, people's feelings, attitudes, actions, words. I can't control that. The only thing that I have control of is me. And so I'm learning and growing again through this process that this is what matters to me. So as long as I'm present for my children, as I'm present for myself, that's the only thing that me, Lindsay, can control. I can't control other people. So some relationships, I'm going to fight to make sure that, one, I'm good, but I'm also going to make sure that you're good. But then when it comes to other relationships, I'm not going to worry about you. I'm going to continue to worry about myself and how I show up and be present in my relationship. If you don't show up for me, cool. I show up to whatever capacity and to whatever kind of reciprocity that I'm going to get from you. And I'm going to show up equally when it comes to that. And that's where I've been these last few months, is that I have to be present for me. And a lot of times, through these last couple of years, I worried so much about other people. And this was the idea of the hamster wheel when this started, is that's where I ran. My hamster wheel was on the things that I can't control. And I never even paid attention to the things that I could control. So in dealing with this relationship and co-parenting and being the primary parent, there are roles and things that I only can control. And I'm in a space to where I can be frustrated. I have the right to be frustrated. I have the right to have the feelings that I do and have the thoughts that I do. But outside of that, I don't have to let whatever you do affect me. I can be frustrated, but I'm literally not going to give it too much more thought after that. Oh, you get on my nerve, and oh, you piss me off. But then that's it. That's all it is that you piss me off, you get on my nerves, and the end. I can't let that consume me anymore. And that's where I've been. And I shared the locus of control is that with you guys, because sometimes we feel that other people have to do what we want them to do. And we can't make people do things that they don't want to do. We can't make them change. We can't make them be better people. We can't make them be better human beings, or, and that's literally something that they got to deal with. And just because y'all dealing with that don't mean that I got to deal with it either. And that's where my power lies, is I can control me. I can control who I want to be with. I can control where I want to be. And I can control what I want to deal with. So these last couple of months have literally just been worrying about the things that I can control. If you need me to be there, cool. I'm going to show up for you in the capacity that I know I can. I can't force it. I won't force it. And, I'll show up, if I can. I will show up, and also learning that I have the ability to change my mind at any point in time. If I tell you that I'm not coming, I'm not coming. But if at one point that I say, you know what, I'm going to come. I'm going to show up, and I'll be there for you. But if there's a time where it's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's going to be detrimental to my mental health, or if it's going to be detrimental to how I'm feeling, or it's going to put me in a place where I don't feel like I can be in control of my own things in my bubble, then even if I did tell you I'm coming, I'm not going to show up. So I'm showing up. The whole point of it is that I'm going to show up for me in these moments. I'm always going to show up for me. It may sound selfish to other people, but, there's only so much that I can do there's only so much that you can do, period, when it comes to things. Like, life is going to do its thing. And I'm going to be there and be present. Like, being present is it. Like, I've had, like, honestly, within the last month, I've had 2 family members die just out the blue, and they died within a week of each other. So I've had there's been 2 funerals. And one funeral that I did go to, I walked in there, I saw the body, and I went back outside because I could not handle that information. I could not handle those moments. And honestly, I don't want to say I don't feel bad, but I had to protect my mental health in that moment because it was too triggering for me. Funerals are triggering for me now. And I love, I'll do the best I can. I will show up. I will be there. I'll be there for my family. But the funeral right now is still touchy. It's still a touchy thing. Like, I can't do it. I can't do them. And again, that's me showing up for myself, is that I'm going to be there. If you need me to be there, I'll be there. Now, the capacity that I will be there may be limited, but I'll be there. But just, again, this has been enlightening for me to put myself in a position of, it's about me and me showing up to be my best self for myself, for other people, and mainly showing up for me and showing up for my kids has been so important. Because I want to protect them at all costs when it comes to people. They're little. There's not much they can do. They don't have that much control, and so I'm learning to help regulate my children's emotions and regulate my own emotions when it comes to them, because I have to show up as my best self. And I can only do that when I take care of myself in those moments. So today I'm going to tell you to take care of yourself. Selfishly worry about yourself in all moments, because that's really all that matters. Because if you continue to let other people control your narrative, you'll never have control of yourself. So I'm going to leave that with you today. And I really hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your evening. And I'll talk to you guys soon. You can follow me on social media at Lindsay Becky Shea. You can follow my business page. It's Rainbow Mama LLC, because everything now falls up under there. So there is no Journey for Infertility page anymore. It's just Rainbow Mama LLC. That's where I do my t-shirts and, I do updates about things going on stillbirth wise, infertility wise in the world, in our area. That's it now. And so again, I'm going to leave you here with that. Peace.